Hello and welcome to the introduction to our very first card game, Shipwrecked. I thought we better do a little video introduction on how this game works, just so you guys can get an idea of what we're doing with this game. Now let me give you just a basic rundown of the game. Right here I've got the crafting piles, which is all the different items that you can craft throughout this whole game. Right now I've only just got 6 of the cards, but later on there will be a lot more cards than that there. In this pile here is the time of day, which will be either morning, late morning, afternoon, and so on and so forth. And that'll tell you what you need to do throughout each day or each time. Over here you've got your location cards, and they will be turned over whenever the time of day cards come up. And of course then you've got your locations, and your starting location is the beach. Obviously if you're shipwrecked, the first place you wake up on the beach, and this is the area that you're able to either get certain items from. At the moment the beach only has food on it. Now you'll see this little item down here. I'll explain that in a little bit later. But that's pretty much the setup. Down here I've just drawn up some quick icons and tokens, just so I was able to show you the game, because I don't have them printed at this current time. This is your health. Everyone starts off with 5 health, at least in easy mode. And then I've also got 4 food and 4 water. Now I'll explain that as we go in the game, but you've got your resources over this side over here, and has various different types of resources. Up here is your day that you have survived. At the moment we start off on day 1, because obviously it's the very start, and the day progresses as we continue throughout the whole game. There's going to be 2 parts to this game. The first one being where you have to survive for as long as you can, or at least when you die, you'll eventually die, and it may be 10 days, it may be 100 days, could be more than that, but you want to see how long you can survive and then try and beat that particular time. The second one is how quickly can you get off the island by building a boat or building a ship, and stockpiling food and water enough to be able to get off. And the idea of that one is to finish in a certain amount of days, and then obviously you want to try and beat that as you continue to play this game. Now let's go through it nice and quickly. I'll quickly show you a crafting card. I don't think I'll be crafting any cards today, but as you can see, there's water pouch, fishing rod, log, shield, axe, leather armor, knife. There's a whole heap more. I won't go through them today. But as an example, let's say you wanted to build a water pouch. Actually, let's go to the fishing rod. You wanted to build a fishing rod. You require 2 wood, 1 vine, and 1 use of an axe, which means you already have to have the axe built. But what this fishing rod will allow you to do is, it's got unlimited uses, but if you have a look down here, there's a little icon which has a fishing rod, which allows me to ×3 whatever's up here, which means rather than getting 1 food per turn that the time cards allow me to do, I'm able to get 3. We'll explain that a little bit later, but let's just start the game. First up, we turn over and it's the morning of day 1. Here it says that I need to consume either 1 water or 1 food. Now the best thing to do probably is to go 1 food for now, and then whatever's below the line you're allowed to do the next action, which here is either forage. Now forage means that whatever's in this section of the card you're able to collect. Obviously if you have an item or a crafted item, you're able to collect a little bit more, or you can build, which means you can either build one of these items. Unfortunately I don't have any, no one starts with any resources to build, so the only thing we can do is forage, which is for 1 food, so we'll get the 1 food. That's pretty much the morning over. We'll flip this over and we come to late morning, which is the first thing to do is to explore. So we take from the explore card, flip this over, and the first card up is ancient ruins. You come across ruins left by an ancient civilization, untouched by human hands for over 1,000 years. Now as you can see over here, the item that is available is 1 times stone, which means I can now forage for stone. Once we've done that, we've explored, we now go to the below the line, which is either to forage or build again. Now for the point of this video, I will, rather than going for what I would normally do, I will just get stone and add that to my collection. And then we turn over and it's the afternoon. Now it's telling us that we need to consume 1 water and 1 food, which means we lose both food and water. And then again, it comes below the line what we can do. Right now, there's not too much to do because obviously it's the start of the game. You need to start building things up. So the first things that we can do is forage or build. Again, there's nothing that I can build with that just requires stone. So I can't really build anything. So what I'll do is forage again. I've got my stone, so I might go back for food because I want to keep my food stockpile up. We flip that over and we're back to explore. We explore the next location and we've got a river. Now over here you can see I can either get 2 food or 2 water or 1 food. And if you see down here, we've got the water pouch or the fishing rod. If I had either of that, that means whatever that is here. So right here, we've got ×2 water, which means it would be ×2 of whatever's up here. So it would be 2 × 2. So obviously I would be able to collect 4 water if I had the water pouch. Right now I don't, but we'll pop that down there. Now again, down here, we can either forage or build. At the moment, we can only forage, so I'm going to go for 2 water since I'm lowest in water right now. So I'll add 2 water to my stockpile. Flip over the card. It's now evening time, and we will have to consume 2 water and 2 food. So we lose 2 water and 2 food. Now again, there's not much that can be done right now because you can't craft, you can't start to do those things. So it's either forage or build. Again, it's forage. I will go, as we're running low on food, I'll go for 1 food right now. Then we flip it over, it comes to nighttime, which is where we're able to restore some of our health. Now, if I was damaged throughout the day or injured by an animal or ran out of food, I'd lose my health. Fortunately, at the start of the game, that doesn't generally happen, so I've got full health, so nothing happens. However, we do change from day 1 now over to day 2, and this is how we're able to record the days that we're doing. There are going to be more of these cards, more time of day cards that will give you different things, but right now, as it stands, I've only got these ones available to me printed. So we will flip this over and we continue the day, which is consume 1 food or 1 water. I'll lose the water, and I do know that some of the food is difficult to get, so I will get 1 more food back. And then we'll flip over. It's now late morning of day 2. It says for us to explore, so we shall take an explore card. We've got a waterfall. Now it's ×3 or 1 water. So what I might do is, again, I can't do much, so forage. I can get the water, and I'm going to forage from the waterfall. Now what I've done here, I forgot to explain, was at this current time of the game, you're only allowed to explore 3 locations at any time, and it can only be in order of how you're playing them out, which means I have to cover the beach because I've traveled too far away from the beach, obviously. Later on in the game, you'll be able to build some boots. I don't have the cards here, but once you've built the boots, you'll be able to reveal a 4th location and be able to travel further. So I've lost the beach now, but thankfully I've still been able to grab 3 water or 1 food. At the moment I'm low on water, so I'm going to grab 3 water and add that to my stockpile. Turn over, and it's consumed 1 food and 1 water. Now I know for a fact that I am going to lose that in the next hand. Only I know that because I'm experienced in the game. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I grab another rock or stone before it disappears in my forage ability. Now I'll turn that over, and we've got explore, which is, like I said, we reveal this. It's a terrible card, but it's going to cover up the rock, and I'm not going to have the rock available to me anymore. But unfortunately, animals raid your food and water stockpile. Discard 4 food and 4 water. So that now covers the rock. I lose 4 water, which is pretty much all my water, and 4 food, which is pretty much all my food. I don't have anything left. Now, what actually happens when this one, it's not written on this card, but what actually happens is you also miss your next turn, which is the forage or build. So I'm not able to forage or build anything because I had to get rid of the animal raid. So what happens, I continue on to the evening. This is really bad news because it now says consume 2 water and 2 food. Now, I don't have any food or water, which means for every food or water that you don't have, you lose 1 health. Technically, that's 4. So I straight away lose 4 health. But it's not too bad. I can forage or build, so the best thing to do is to probably forage some water and get 3 water back. Then I flip this over. It's not too bad because I'm able to restore 1 health at the end of the day. Now, thankfully, I made it to the end of the day, which shows day 3. This gets reset again. Like I said, there will be more of these cards. But for now, and as this demonstration purpose, we've just got these set up here. I'll flip this over, and I need to consume 1 water or 1 food. Now, thankfully, I was able to get the water, so I'll lose 1 water. Then I can forage. Now, I know I don't have any food at all, so I need to get some food. So I'll make sure I get my food in there. Then we flip this over, and we've got Explore again. So let's go to Explore. So we've got the Oasis. Now I can either get 2 water, 1 food, or 1 wood. Now, wood comes in very handy, as you will see in just a minute. So as this is the very next card that I need to cover up, it goes over that. I've now got my chance to either forage or build. I can't do anything. For the demonstration purpose of this game, rather than get food or water as much as I know I need it, I will get the wood and bring that into my stockpile. So that's my forage ability done. Now I'm only allowed to do 1 of those 2 things in a turn. Flip this over, and now I need to consume 1 water and 1 food, which means I'll lose the food and the water. Now I can forage or build. Now obviously it's very important that I would go for food or water, but as this is just a demo of the game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build instead, because I've now got something that I am able to build. So I flick through this, I can build the log shield here. Continue through this, I can't build anything else. Oh, I'm very close to being able to build this. I just need to get some vine. But obviously in this demo I'm not going to go that far, so what I'll do is instead I will build the log shield, which now means I have 1 extra defensive point against the elements and against the animals that will attack me later on throughout the game. That just means instead of having a maximum of 5 health, I've got this extra 1. So right now it means that I've got 2 health plus 1 shield health point. Now the unfortunate thing is if I lose water, food and water, I don't have enough food or water, it doesn't come off of the log shield, it'll come out of my health pile, which can actually kill me. But now that I've built that, let's flip this over. We come to the late afternoon where we explore 1 more time. Now unfortunately I'm going to lose the waterfall, which gives me 3 water, but what have we got here? We've got wild berries, which at least allows me to continue with my food. Now had I had a knife, I'd be able to get 3 times that, so I would be able to get 3 food had I been able to build a knife, but let's cover that up. Now I know I need to forage because the very next card I am in trouble with, so hit here, flip this over, and it's big trouble here because we've got consumed 2 water and 2 food. Now obviously because I've spent my time gathering these resources at the start and losing out on the animal raid, I've only got 1 of each, so 1 water, 1 food. It means that I need to lose 2 health, which is because there's 4 items in total. That's my 2 health, which I am completely gone, which means I've died. So I have now died in the day on the 3rd day, in the evening of the 3rd day. So I've survived for 3 days in this game. Now what I will do is then reset this game. Everything will get reset back to the beginning and shuffled into the deck. I'll just pop them there for now. Shuffled into the deck, you're starting back there. I lose all my resources, I get my 5 health back. The wooden shield goes back into the crafting deck. I get my 4 food, 4 water back, and this gets reset back to day 1. Now that I know that I need to get more food and water and not concentrate on getting the rock and stone, or the stone and the wood, I will try and make sure that I have more resources, more food and water to be able to survive the day, and obviously later on when I've got a little bit more time, I'll be able to build those weapons and build those items and armor and the shield and everything, so that it can help defend me against the thing. But I hope you understood what this game is all about. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope that that you get on board and support us with our Kickstarter campaign. Thank you very much for watching.